If you're relying on Irish public transport, it can be tough to visit the off-the-beaten villages and rural areas that make Ireland so special. Driving in Ireland can be intimidating, especially given the legendary reputation of narrow Irish roads. But if you follow these 7 tips, you'll be cruising the Irish roads like a local in no time. Just be careful when passing sheep. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, comment, and share. What to know when renting a car. Yes, you can wait until getting to Ireland to rent a car, but you'll get a better price and more options if you book before your trip. It's often easiest online, although you can also book by phone. Most rental cars can be reserved online or by phone with major international chains, Auto Europe, Avis, Hertz, or some smaller companies. When looking at car rental rates online, they usually show you the lowest possible base rate and don't include the necessary upgrades like insurance and excess collision damage waiver, CDW insurance. The truly worst part about renting a car in Ireland is the insurance. There are loads of insurance options in Ireland, and many of them are mandatory, including collision damage waiver. Many savvy travelers simply waive the CDW coverage from the rental agency because they can often use their credit card. However, this is usually not possible in Ireland. When renting a car in Ireland, it is also standard procedure to put a fat hold on your credit card, sometimes upwards of $3,000 depending on the agency. This can be a real problem for travelers, especially if they're using their credit cards as they travel for hotels and food on their trip. At minimum, drivers need to be at least age 21 in order to drive in Ireland, but if you're between ages 21 and 24, you will pay a surcharge. Ireland also has age restrictions on the upper threshold and charges a bit more if you're over 75, and some companies will not even rent to older drivers. In the States, people tend to think that bigger is better, especially when it comes to rental cars, but that's not the case in Ireland. In fact, you will likely want a smaller car. Why, you may ask? Quite simply, many of the roads are narrow. I mean really narrow. Especially on the beautiful country and back roads, the ones you'll quite possibly want to drive on. You will appreciate a smaller car when passing oncoming traffic, especially lorries and coaches with rear view mirrors that will hang into your lane. However, when they say compact car in Ireland, they really mean it. Look carefully at the description of the rental car, and especially how many people and suitcases can fit inside. You don't want to accidentally book one of those tiny toy-looking cars and then not have enough room for a suitcase because there isn't even a trunk. Number 2, remember that automatic cars don't come, automatically. Don't drive a stick shift? You might be surprised to know that most Irish do. So the majority of cars in Ireland are stick shift, not automatic. That means automatics often have a limited availability and usually cost more. Another good reason to book in advance. Number 3. If you have a U.S. driver's license, you are fine to drive in Ireland. No need for an international permit. Number 4. Have a good map, a GPS unit, or use Google Maps on your cell phone. A good physical map can help out planning a day's itinerary, often revealing sites and attractions that could be missed by online maps and GPS units. Maps help with the discovery of a place. GPS units can be a godsend for guiding you through winding roads and small streets, but many are forgoing these devices for Google Maps on their smartphones. Why Google Maps? Let me count the ways. You can plug in multiple destinations and it will plan the best route. You can find information on nearby essentials like gas stations, restaurants, and grocery stores. It lets you have control over your route. You can avoid toll roads, avoid ferries, and avoid highways. It speaks to you to help you drive even if you are alone. It gives you a heads up where you'll encounter traffic. Finally, Google Maps is not a data hog. Just turn on cellular to plot the route, then turn your phone to airplane mode. It will still talk to you through the route and remember your route as long as you do not close the app. This will give your Irish road trip lots of flexibility and enable you to modify your itinerary if you wish to linger or leave early, no problem. Given how unpredictable the weather can be in Ireland, this can be really helpful. It also means never scrambling to find gas. Number 5. Know the rules of the Irish road. Some quick pointers. The Irish drive on the left side of the road just like the British and the Japanese. That may seem basic, but you'll be surprised how many people do not know. Parking. Many Irish towns have street disc parking. This may involve you purchasing a parking disc from a retailer. When visiting a town or city, check what system is in place and avoid penalties for not displaying an appropriate parking disc or ticket. If your vehicle does not have daytime running lights fitted as standard, it is recommended that drivers have dipped headlights on at all times when driving in Ireland. Roundabouts. By law, a driver must enter a roundabout by turning to the left. Treat the roundabout as a junction and give right of way to the traffic already on it. If you are unfamiliar with driving on the left-hand side of the road, roundabouts may pose a particular risk, so please take extra care. No seatbelts, no excuse. Every person in the car is legally required to wear a safety belt where one is fitted. Child safety in cars. All children should be restrained in the correct child seat or restrained when traveling in a vehicle. Breathalyzer and being pulled over. Garda Síochána, the Irish police, have the power to breathalyze any driver stopped at a mandatory alcohol testing checkpoint. Maximum penalties on conviction for drink and drug driving is £5,000 and or 6 months imprisonment. You may also be breath tested if you commit a road traffic offense. It is illegal to splash someone driving through a puddle. Yes, it is true. Look it up. And finally, no turning on red lights. Number 6. Mind the speed limit or get stung. All Irish roads, from city streets to highways, have speed limits, usually indicated by a white and red circle with a number, by kilometers, not miles, per hour, written in the center. Safety cameras are in use on Irish roads. Location of speed cameras are available on the web at www.garda.ie. Number 7. Give me a break. I'm new at this. If you want to get a little slack on the roads in Ireland, drop by a gas station or auto shop and buy a red L sign to put in your car window. This indicates a new driver with license, but wait till you're outside of Dublin, as Irish learners aren't allowed to drive on the motorways that cluster around the city. The locals will know to stay far, far away from you. If you have found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, comment, and share.